Hey everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Hola mi gente, bienvenidos a mi cocina. Espero que te encuentres super bien. Today we're going to be making a vegan picadillo Cuban style. Hoy vamos a hacer un rico picadillo vegano estilo cubano. For the ingredients, I'm using 1.5 cups of ground beef crumbles, which is vegan. And you can find that at any Walmart, any supermarket. You can get any brand that you can find, but this is the way it looks. Para esta receta necesitamos 1,5 tazas de carne molida vegana. En el supermercado se venden diferentes tipos de marcas. Encontré esta en Walmart. Necesitamos 6 onzas de salsa de tomate, medio pimiento rojo y verde, un tomate. Es optional, pero le da más textura. 2 ajicachuchas, una cebolla, 3 dientes de ajo, media papa picada, pasitas, aceitunas, 4 tazas de vino blanco, aceite de oliva, una hoja de laurel, una cuchara de sazón completa, sazón con achote, sal y pimienta, comino y orégano. Okay, so we're going to start off by adding some oil to the pan and we're going to start sauteing our vegetables. En un sartén, echo un poquito de aceite de oliva para hacer mi sazón o mi sofrito. Ok, le vamos a poner cebolla, ajo, pimiento rojo y verde y ajicachucha. Y voy a sofreír todos los vegetales durante 5 minutos más o menos o hasta que sean suavecitos. So what we're making is sofrito. And sofrito, if you're not familiar, is the base to all Cuban and Latino cooking and Spanish cooking. So you're going to find sofrito throughout many dishes. The one thing that I love about sofrito is that when you're cooking sofrito, the whole house smells delicious. And when you're cooking it, the whole neighborhood knows because it's like a perfume. It just radiates throughout. It's so delicious. Okay, voy a taparlo 5 minutos y huevo ahora. So I'm going to put a top over it and I'll be right back. Huele rico mi cocina. Ok, vamos a agregar nuestra carne molida vegana. Y esta carne vegana no lleva soja o gluten. Okay, so now that my sofrito is ready, I added in my ground beef, vegan ground beef, and I'm just mixing everything together. And this particular brand of vegan ground beef has no soy and no gluten. So if you have any problems with either or, this particular brand has none of that in it. So now I'm going to add in my dry seasoning and I'm going to mix everything together and let it cook for a little bit. Ok, estoy mezclando todo muy bien y seguidamente vamos a echar nuestra salsa de tomate. Now, most of the time, a lot of people like to add tomato paste. Now, I prefer not to add tomato paste because I like a wetter picadillo, and I like to have sauce to add over my rice. So it's up to you if you prefer to add tomato paste or tomato sauce. En muchas recetas de picadillo se usa pasta de tomate, pero me gusta un picadillo más humilde, así que le puse salsa de tomate, pero depende de usted. Okay, so now I'm going to start adding my cooking wine. I'm adding about 1/4 cup of cooking wine. If you have drinking wine, it's much better because it's less sodium in it. Ok, puse alrededor 4 tazas de vino seco de cocinar en mi picadillo, pero si prefieres usar vino para beber es mucho mejor porque no lleva mucha sal. So now I added the raisins into the picadillo, and that's optional. You can leave it out. Some people have a big debate about adding raisins, but I love everything in my picadillo, so I'm like maybe the oddball, but I love raisins, olives, and the potatoes, so I just love everything. But anyway, you can leave the raisins out if you don't want them. Las pasitas son opcionales, no tienes que añadirlas en tu picadillo. Yo sé, estoy loca, pero me gusta todo en mi picadillo. So now I'm going to add in the tomatoes and the olives. And it's optional, I know. If you don't like olives, you don't have to use olives. You can use capers if you prefer. And if you don't like either, you can just leave them out altogether. But to me, picadillo would not be a real picadillo if it didn't have raisins and if it didn't have olives. And definitely if it didn't have potatoes. So I'm adding everything. Ahora para el tomate y las aceitunas. Otra vez, es optional. Para mí es necesario tener aceitunas. Y las pasitas lo hace su primo. Y último, las papas picadas. And let's not forget the potatoes. So I'm going to add in a half a potato diced. And if you want to add more potatoes, you can. Okay, so now I'm just mixing up the ingredients so that all the flavors can combine. And I'm going to cover this and let this cook for about another 5 minutes. So in total, this should take about 15 minutes to cook. Ok, estoy mezclando todos los ingredientes para incorporar todo. Y voy a taparlo y huevo ahora. Esto debería cocinar 15 minutos más o menos. Ok, ya está listo. Voy a mostrarle cómo voy a servirlo. Okay, so now it's ready and I'm going to show you how I'm going to serve it. Aquí tiene mi picadillo vegano. Se ve muy rico, pero es mi primera vez que hago esto. Así que voy a probarlo. Crucemos los dedos. So here is my picadillo. It looks delicious, but I don't know what it tastes like. This is the first time I'm trying vegan meat. So I'm going to try it and keep my fingers crossed. Oh, and I'm having this with brown rice. So here it goes. Qué rico. Quedó perfecto. This really tastes delicious. The texture of the meat is close to beef. They did very well when they made this to resemble beef. And I'll give it a thumbs up because all the flavors marry really well together. It actually tastes like a Cuban Picadillo. This is worth another try. So if you guys are looking for alternative to beef, try this. Bueno, mis cariños, es hora para yo irme. Gracias por ver. Si te gusta este video, dale un like. Si quieres más recetas tradicionales o veganas, suscríbete a mi canal y hazle la campana para no perderte mis videos. Sígueme en Facebook, Instagram y TikTok. Muchas bendiciones. Hasta la próxima.